number 5 of training, and I already can feel tiredness. Today is gonna be the last day before taking 2 days off. Definitely Sunday, Saturday and Sunday gonna be off. Yeah, plan for today is repeating each sequence for 5 times at least, and then working on some new moves. So 5 bottles and 3 bottles over the shoulder just for the future. It's gonna be more than enough for today, considering it's 5th day and I'm already a bit tired. So I got asked, like, what's the reason of tape on the bottom of the shakers? So I see for myself 3 reasons. First of all, practical reason. These weighted shakers, like if you have a weight on them, with the time of practicing, flaring, heating on them and so on, they may split out. Yeah. So basically we are using the tape just to keep this bottom of the shaker on it. Yes, this is the reason number 1. Reason number 2 could be when the shakers are together and we are flipping them around for 2 spins and so on, the tape gonna a little bit help them to hold together and not to split in the air. Even though sometimes it may not help, because for example I have some marked shakers, but if I'm gonna throw it together, they may split sometimes, yes? So now it's not happening. Here we go. Yeah, so even with the tape on it, it's not guaranteed that they're not gonna split. And the third reason, what I see for myself, is it's better visibility of the shakers on the stage. Yes, so not all the competitions around the world have a really good lights on the stage, and sometimes it's hard to see the objects we are throwing around. Nowadays, obviously, let's say the quality and organization of the competitions are getting higher and higher every year, and the lights are not pretty much that problem anymore, but there are maybe 1-2 competitions a year where the lights are not that good, so you need to use all possible instruments to make your shakers, your bottles more visible. Yes, so the tape on them, for example, while your teams are spinning and so on, may help you out to see this white tape or yellow tape. Usually we are using the very colorful, bright tape to see the object. So those are the 3 reasons. Yeah, so now talking about hours of training. So as you can see, this week I've been practicing 1.5, 2 hours, 2.5 hours maximum, my routine. And it's not like I usually practice, it's just like light version of my practice session and shorter, because usually I would practice 4 or 5 hours a day, but not every day though, yeah, so not like this week. I would maybe do 1 day in the middle of the week of the rest, and then I will keep on going for 4 or 5 hours of the practice session. But as I've been telling you before, guys, don't focus that much on the quantity of the hours which you need to put on, but maybe better focus on what exactly you're doing in your practice session. So, I mean, repetitions of the moves, yeah? Like literally come in your practice session with the mentality of, okay, today I need to learn this move 10 times. Instead of, no, today I'm gonna stay 3-4 hours in a flare room, you know? This is already like, not that, it's harder, you know, to approach the practice session this way, because obviously there are some days when you are really happy to go to the practice session, some no. For example, today, I don't want to practice, but I decided, okay, I will just come here, and instead of saying I will practice 2-3 hours, I say, okay, I will practice each sequence for 5 times. It's like helping me out to, it's creating the illusion what is going to be easier practice when it's got to be. So, if you need to focus on the hours of the training for you, I would say, as you begin, if you're a beginner, try to dedicate at least 3 hours a day of the practice session, but plan it well and aim for 4 or 5 days a week of the practice, and then take a couple of days off, or maybe you have a work so you cannot practice these days. So some time for the recovery too. So yeah, besides that, I'm gonna finish off with my warm up, and then I'm gonna start with the walking Flair sequence. I haven't seen this before. Okay, I'm finished with the walking Flair. Now I'm starting straight away with the juggling. Walking Flair went well, except one move, 14-1 bottle with the tap. This one I'm still keeping on making mistakes on. I did it maybe from 5 times, I did 4 times the mistake hit there. And this is what actually I mean to work on, because when I mean, like, anyway, even if I drop, I will still repeat this move. But on the mental level, it's a game changer when you're can make these hard moves one behind another one. Because for example, if I finish 3 teams on the top, making the snatch and then making this move and dropping it every time, in my mind, already when I'm doing these 3 teams from the bar top, I'm already thinking, oh shit, this move is arriving and I may drop it. This is already not good mentality to start with. So what I'm trying to do, what I'm aiming for, my goal is at least close this move from the first time after the 3 teams from the bar top. So in this way I can gain my confidence and don't have these thoughts in my head afterwards, yeah? So another 4 times juggling. Oh. Third sequence finished. It was the fifth repetition. Now I'm starting this bottle and scene and the ending of the routine basically. I believe this fifth repetition of the first sequence was the cleanest one I had. Wasn't going good today, even though I've been working on this all week, but you can see what tiredness is playing a big role. I think if I will start to compare the video of second day of practice and today of the first sequence, it will be big difference. I believe what the second day was much cleaner than today because, well, tiredness is playing a big role here too. Alright. Right. Actually, try one thing. I'm gonna play full. I don't have my shakers. And then I'm gonna try to do this. Ah. Sorry. Anyway, this sequence is finished as well. I'm gonna work now a bit. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna work on the 3 bottles and 5 bottles, the new moves. I'm gonna work a bit on 14th 1 bottle working Flair, the one which I've been having a bit of the troubles with. From the first sequence, I'm not gonna practice anything as well from the juggling too. So yeah, only this one left. And I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna make only 10 repetitions of this. Not more, not less. Easy peasy. Yeah. I would prefer then, if I'm so tired, to make a less repetitions and less practice, but keep on that energy maybe for the future days, or now what I'm gonna take some day off from the practice. I'm gonna recover completely, and then on Monday I can go full power again. This is what I've been telling before, was more tired you become after the days of the practice, the less focus you're gonna get, and typically more mistakes you're gonna get. People usually think that it's other way around, like, okay, I'm gonna practice Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I got to be better. Actually, it's not gonna work like this. We need some time to recover for the body and for the brain to actually remember all the work, what you have done, to memorize everything. And yeah, the most of the progress actually is happening not in the Flair room, but outside of the Flair room, when you're having the rest and you have a good sleep, and then when you're coming back, you actually can see the results of your previous days or the weeks of the work. So yeah, I believe that's it for today. Now a couple of days of the rest, and then on the Monday I'm going to be back